Hello, I'm Conrad Bain. Tonight on
BitHUD,
we're starting a special show on a very sensitive and important subject. Now, we urge families, children, and parents alike to watch and then to discuss the problem presented, which is of deep concern to all of us.
This is a very special episode of BitHUD. So, yesterday, Dan and I were just like doing our usual texting, and then he sent me some BitHUD graphics, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And it was just like another style, like he's playing around with the style, and I was like, "That looks pretty good." But wait, what's this all about?
It was an Instagram post.
Yeah.
That had the PAX West logo, and it said "Fuck PAX West,"
And then it had like the little.
and
little,
it kind of
like,
explained.
Yeah, it
this.
had like the caption saying Colin Moriarty kicked out of PAX West.
No, their panel was canceled.
Yeah.
And they claim they never do it. They claim that it never happens where they cancel a panel, especially a large panel like Sacred Symbols.
Oh yeah.
Which I guarantee is one of the biggest
Yeah,
podcasts.
I could imagine. Yeah.
Panels that are going to be there.
Definitely. I mean, that's what they. I mean, they were they weren't true to their own homework. I guess they kind of were by saying that this is probably the biggest panel that will be at PAX West ever. And
Yeah, I mean, until you get like Ninja and Drake to come. I mean, or Shuhei Yoshida pops in with kind of funny.
yeah.
It was going to be one of their largest panels, and definitely their biggest one this year. And it's sparked quite a conversation about what's going on with the people who run certain social media, who put certain pressure on conventions.
So, do you know anything behind the reasoning? Like, I didn't. I only read his Colin Moriarty's post, and he said he tried getting in touch with him, and they had this typical corporate speak of like we had scheduling issues. And
actually, they avoided him for 24 hours.
Wow. Yep.
He made a public recording addressing it, and so did Chris Reagan, before they even got back to him.
Right.
Now they say that, due to scheduling errors, which Colin was like, at least if they lied to me and said it was scheduling, it'd be stupid, but fine. That's what they're kind of going on with now.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is that it's not Colin's last stand, it's not Colin Moriarty, it's not Chris Reagan that are getting screwed over by this.
It's the people who are already going to see them.
Yeah, people who, booked flights, booked hotels, took time off work, bought tickets. They can't return any of that shit. They can't return the tickets to PAX.
No. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're going to take a major hit over this in the years to come. It was a very foolish move that lacked foresight. I don't really know what the thing is. I know, to my understanding, Colin Moriarty seemed to be kind of blacklisted amongst the gaming media because he made a stupid joke 2 years ago.
It was
like a okay. Well, that was their like excuse, right? But before that, it's because I guess he leaned right, and he's not even
he's
that
a Republican.
right. Yeah, but he's not even that right wing. He is.
No. He's more libertarian.
Yeah, he's libertarian and maybe center right. He's pretty liberal on a lot of issues.
Yeah, like who you can have sex with, who you can marry, what goes between your legs, and what you do with it.
He just seems to be a Republican when it comes to money. That's about it, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I don't. So but I think if you say that, it's like as much as being a Nazi to some people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in a certain circle with people who are online influencers,
right?
Whatever the fuck that is,
yeah.
then you're clearly a Nazi.
Yeah, obviously.
Whoop, smash that. No edits.
No edits. Here you going in raw, all right.
That's right. Just spit on my hand.
BitHUD RAW. If you get that, you're a nasty bastard.
But no, this is fucking bullshit, to be honest. Sure. I mean, I know that neither of us had any intention of going to PAX West.
No. I mean, yeah,
but
it's way out of the way for us. And I mean, I'm not that hardcore into gaming conventions or gaming in general to go all the way out there. It's just like it's.
No, I mean I've gone to a couple, but
Yeah, but not. I mean, how far have you gone?
Montreal.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, but no, like I always hate it when people try to fucking fuck someone over, and it ends up fucking over.
It blows up in their face. Yeah.
No, it fucks the fans.
Yeah.
Like, don't people understand? It's not you who makes this shit.
Yeah.
It's the people who support you.
Exactly.
Colin understands that. He says, all I want are refunds for my fans.
Exactly.
Right? But people are celebrating and they're being little pussies on Twitter, backpatting themselves. Hold on, I took this one down. I had to get this on freaking thing. What is this? This guy Jack Slater. He's at Time Doctor.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck on Twitter. By the way, if you see Colin Moriarty at PAX West and accidentally spill an entire milkshake on him when his back is turned, that will be a good thing.
Wow.
If that constantly happened at all times he was on the show floor, that would be a fantastic thing. What kind of pussy fantasizes about spilling a milkshake when someone's back is turned?
That's a bitch move.
You're fucking... And look, check this out. Okay, he says that. Mm-hmm. Boom! Protected tweets.
Of course. Right,
of course you gotta lock down.
I mean, I'm assuming, I guess Colin fans or something went after him, and then he is like, oh.
It's not even going after him. It's fucking making fun of the loser. Because honestly, if you say anything on Twitter, expect everyone to hate you.
Yeah, well, I mean...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just the honest to God truth. No one's nice on Twitter.
Yeah. It's Twitter's like middle school or something. I don't know. It's like Lord of the Flies, essentially.
Twitter is like a pissing contest, except everyone spins in a circle.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
You know?
It's like synchronized swimming, but with piss.
But honestly, all these people who are just so happy that all these fans have gotten fucked just so they can one-up Colin and Chris Reagan.
Yeah.
Why? Because Colin is a Republican.
Guess so. Yeah.
And because Chris Reagan used to be anti-SJW. I don't even think he is. I mean, he's banging Lacey Green.
See, I know nothing about those guys outside of the show. I mean, I know a bit more about Colin because he's been around for forever.
Yeah, IGN.
And yeah, I mean,
funny.
Initially, I was like, my first impression of him was like, fuck this guy way back because during the
Mass Effect 3?
yeah, he was like, what's wrong with you guys or something. It's like but he's since then walked it back. So
he's like, you can either like it or you don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, he's taken a more libertarian approach. Before, he was kind of...
He's like, you should like it.
Yeah, so...
like how people used to be with Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Or DMC.
Exactly. But, I mean, later on, I kind of, like... I guess I started seeing him pop up in other podcasts. And I was like, okay, well, he's very erudite. He knows his shit on a lot of topics, particularly in games. He knows a lot about politics and history, and I think his show Call My Stand started as like a history and politics.
It started,
show.
but
no one was interested. So
I supported back then.
same here.
Just because I wanted to.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, just hit a like and leave.
Yeah.
In and out.
It's like he can get that on PBS or something.
But he needed some time.
Yeah.
He fell into the wondrous spell of Dave Rubin for a little while.
Yeah. He thought, I can be a political guy. He's trying to do that. He said his like dream was to be on Real Time with Bill Maher and do all that. But it's like, I mean, I'm sure he knows a lot of it, but he's probably almost as or even more.
He's very
almost
well-read.
as well known, well read in politics as he is in gaming and all that. But
yeah,
we all know him for gaming. That's where. But I think his politics is what seems to be what has made him so derided.
Yeah, and he doesn't actually mention his politics almost at all.
No, he really does. I mean, he'll make certain things that you consider to say, okay, I'll get it. But
if it wasn't for the Game Over Greggy show where they brought their own topics, you would never know that Colin was a Republican.
Yeah. Hang on a second. This cat is.
Don't worry.
Is he locked out the shit box again? He's like, he's not getting anything.
Oh.
The door is open and he's just eating a bitch for some reason.
He's got a hard shit.
Yeah. Actually, he does scream when he shits.
Stop putting hot sauce in the kitty food.
Like, it's a
Little sriracha on there for you hipster cat.
But yeah, so anything else on it though?
To be honest, it's just a bullshit situation.
Oh yeah, it's
and this is making PAX West look like a fucking loser.
Yeah, it's what do they call it again? Virtue signaling.
Yeah, I mean they're supposed to be they claim that they're diverse.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, politically,
yeah,
they're not. They just give in to, the cry bullies.
Yeah, for sure.
And the people sending soy-based threats.
Yeah, I feel like they I mean, I only heard about, again, I'm kind of like outside of it. So I heard
about... You don't really go on Twitter.
Yeah, I stay off that shit. So I heard they're going.
Yeah.
And then I know on their show they mentioned there's like a girl who's apparently psychotic and racist or something who was saying that she's going to argue with him on when he goes there. He said that he more than invites it. I can't remember her name, but you don't know. They never mentioned her name.
It's because she's not worth mentioning.
Yeah, they never mentioned her name, but they talked about her and they described her and they said enough that you could probably look into it and find her. But that's the only idea that I got, that there'd be people who were opposed to the idea of him being there.
Oh no, the left hates Colin.
Of course, but I didn't realize it'd be that bad. Like it'd be like a thing like Jordan Peterson going to my alma mater and kids being, I guess, yelling at him and make me want to burn my degree. So,
but here's the thing: it's not the big people you would think that control this shit.
Yeah.
It's like 10 people that either they have shit jobs so they can spend all day on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. No, of course.
And then they flood the tags.
Of course.
And they get it going. They start adding packs and they start DMing packs.
Mm-hmm.
And they, because they have nothing else to do.
Of course, yeah. So those people get the most done on those kinds of things because they have nothing to do.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate that a whole bunch of people lost out on an experience that might not happen again.
No, I mean, well, he said he's not going to do it ever again.
No, I mean, he's basically a hermit anyways. It's, you see him, it's like, holy shit, see a Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty introverted guy, but he sounds even more severe than I am.
I don't know, you've gone to bars and stuff. He apparently brought a book, the Dracula the book, to a party and read it. So this is like Pally J introvert.
Right.
Yeah.
The
third host of BitHUD.
Yeah. Hey, Pally J, we should get a chair here and just leave it, and then they put his name on it.
I'm going to get an inflatable Godzilla. Just put glasses on it. But
that's our one per episode, by the way.
But no, we just wanted to talk about this because honestly, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's absurd. I was pretty baffled and shocked by it when I first heard the news.
And full disclosure, I think we're both big Colin Moriarty fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I support the Patreon.
Yeah, we're on Patreon. Yeah. I actually used to follow Chris Reagan on Twitter with my old one.
Okay.
Tweet at him and shit. I like his videos. I'm subscribed to both of them.
I haven't checked his stuff outside of Sacred
Symbols. His content is kind of like if you took us, it made us YouTubers.
Oh, I see. That doesn't sound bad.
A lot of talk about drinking bleach back in the day.
That doesn't sound bad in all honesty.
No, it's all right.
No, you're selling me on it.
And he's fucking Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
He looks white as fuck.
Yeah. I saw an interview and he didn't. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. Oh, you gotta watch his thing called SJW the Musical. It's just him doing parodies of real songs.
Okay. Now I see why they might be pissed off.
But this was like back in 2016 when everyone was dunking on those.
But I mean, at the same rate, I mean, if you said something non-PC in like 1812, happened to still be alive today, they're gonna find it and dig it up on you. So
That's
you
true.
Can't be forgiven for.
Good thing we don't say anything non-PC here. We are a very diverse and inclusive podcast. We are Canadian, so we're already pussies. We're, Thaddeus is black. I'm Asian.
You're black too.
That's true. I got the hookup. Loving basketball. Wood. You enjoyed Blade Trinity?
Fuck again.
Actually, that loses your black card.
Yeah. All right. Well, any closing thoughts then?
No, I mean, honestly, all the best to, CLS.
Oh, well, they're going to do fine.
They're going to do fine. They're
Yeah.
making fucking money.
Yeah,
but
and it's the same kind of thing where I feel like remember what happened to him when the kind of funny guys ousted him? It just made him bigger. It's just like
it did, but it sucks for the fans.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's...
I mean, I kind of feel like he'll probably have his own thing eventually. I mean, I don't know if he's. I mean, he doesn't seem too outgoing enough to do it, but
he isn't outgoing enough, and also I think he's too lazy. He honestly just says like, I don't care enough to do it.
Yeah.
It would be literally for them.
Mm.
But he said that he was contacted by another con, but he doesn't know if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Just because of all the threats.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully he does. I mean, it'd be awesome if he comes to Toronto. It'd be like, I mean, I'd go. It's like going to the Double Toasted.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But, I mean, and he does mention a lot of Canadian fans, and he does seem to have a history with Canada.
Yeah, he doesn't like us.
Oh, he doesn't like it? I thought he didn't mind it. He said he played hockey and stuff here.
That's true, but he always goes, damn Canadians.
Oh, I think, no, it's all
I know, it's all in good fun.
Cheek,
it's all in good fun, but... You know what? I'm going to fucking teach him the metric system or something. Show him what real Thanksgiving is.
That's right.
It's in October, motherfuckers.
That's right. Give him a history lesson on that. All right. Well, right now we're about to record our real show, and you'll probably catch that sometime next week.
Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.